Hello everyone, welcome to AWS Academy YouTube channel. In this video, we will talk about how you can actually create the budget alarms, which will give you a notification if your expected bill is going above the threshold level that you have decided. This is the part 2 of the budget alert video. If you have not already checked out the part 1 of the video, which is the prerequisite for the next configurations, I would highly recommend check out the video. I'm putting the link into the description for your reference. Once you check out the part 1, you can start with the part 2. Let's get started. First step is to log into your AWS Management Console and search for a service named CloudWatch. When you enter into CloudWatch service, you will see a whole lot of options on the left side menu. For our purpose, we are only focusing on alarms. So you can click on alarms to expand the options and then click on billing. Before you move forward, one important thing to know here. The bottom half of the page is specifically designed for AWS Bill. And so if you click on the Create Alarm button over here, AWS by default will enter all the metric related information that you need for a billing alarm. However, if you click on the Create Alarm button on the upper half of the page, it will take you to the general page where you have to select the metric yourself. So we will use the bottom half page Create Alarm button for our purpose of creating the billing alerts. Click on the Create Alarm button, and then you will be taken to the metrics page. Now here, all the values are by default added, and this should not be changed as this is all we need. However, let's understand a little bit about what are these values. The first thing is AWS namespace about how the naming convention starts for all the metrics, followed by a metric name, which is estimated charges, currency, which is USD, statistic is maximum. Now for estimated charges metric, AWS only supports maximum statistics. There are other statistic options like sum, minimum, average, and many others. However, for our use, what we want to know is what is the maximum estimated cost of my this month bill. I'm not interested in identifying how much is my average bill, right? My goal is to identify how much is going to be my maximum bill amount. So maximum is the perfect statistic, period. You can select 1 day, 5 days, 5 minutes, 1 minute, or any other period that you want to select for different metrics. However, for this particular metric, 6 hours is the only period that you can select. Let's try another one. If I select 1 hour, I get a notification that it will not work. Why? This is because the billing service is sending data to CloudWatch every 6 hours for this particular metric. So if you try to review data point every 1 hour, there is no data point available. The only data point comes as every 6 hour interval. That's why the period needs to remain as 6 hours. Let's scroll down a little bit, and which is the main configuration we need to make is a condition. Now I'm keeping all basic statistic condition and trying to decide what I want to select. I want to select greater than or equals to the threshold value, as I want to be notified if my billing expected charges are going above my threshold value, which is I'm putting as a $5 or more. If I select greater than, then what will happen is only when my estimated charges are above $5, I will get a notification. However, if I go with greater than or equal, I will get a notification even if my billing amount is expected as $5. So I can use that time, modify my architecture, delete certain resources if I don't need them, and avoid getting my bill increased. We will not look into the additional configuration for this purpose, and we'll click on the next button. Now, when we configure the threshold value and the metric, the next step is identifying where you want a notification. Alarm stage trigger is something we keep by default, but in terms of notification, there is a different service that we are using that is called SNS. simple notification service. This is a different service than CloudWatch, and the integration of CloudWatch and SNS is configured by default internally, so you don't have to worry about any other configurations. However, you need to have an SNS topic. I don't have any SNS topic, so let's go ahead and select Create New SNS Topic. What I'm doing basically is configuring a new parameters that what is my email address, what is the name of my topic, which means what I'm using this email address for. That's how CloudWatch knows where to send me the email. So I'm just using name as billing alerts. This is the email address where you will receive the notifications. So it's important that you add the email address that you have accessed. Once the information is added, click on Create Topic, which will create the topic in a second. After that point, the below section is all about taking further action if you get a notification that your billing expenses are going above the threshold. For this video's purpose, we are not looking into any after action, so we just scroll down to the bottom of the page and click on Next. Last step would be to enter the name for your alarm. I'm again giving name as Billing Alerts and click on Next. This is the step where you can validate everything that you have configured, modify if you have made any mistake, and then finally click on Create Alarm. Once I create the alarm, it will take some time as initially the alarm has or metric has no data. It will have to evaluate the data points available and then change the status. Thank you for watching this video till the end. Happy cloud computing.